Hello, and we're back again. How are you going? And we're into chapter 5 now, the spiritual. And so this is a little bit of a different shift now. So we're going to do a meditation and we're going to do some drawing. So I trust you've got your pencils and pens available. But again, you can do it after you've watched the video as well. But if you've got them there, you might start just doing some doodling as well. So let us begin reading. Chapter 5, Spiritual. Balance comes about through constant reassessing your highest good on all levels and releasing that which is not. Being connected to your spiritual body, the fourth layer, is being aware of the spiritual essence of you and releasing that which is not authentically you. Some would say letting go of your ego personality. I believe it is more of an upgrade to your higher self, or the soul collective personality. Generally, the crown chakra center needs to be open to allow the spiritual flow to awaken the connection with the higher self. Meditation is effective because during meditation you open yourself to your highest. As spirit flows through you, then your higher self or soul self awakens. It is interesting that we all have stories. It's more fascinating how we tell our stories, and why indicates where we are in our journey. The amount of negativity in the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic layers indicates the level of consciousness and how much healing there is yet to do. When fully conscious, the realization that negativity holds us in a pattern is empowering to release, and then focused on the highest. If you find yourself trying to better another's pain story with your own, then there is more to heal and more layers of consciousness to unveil. If you only feel good about yourself by putting others down, there's more healing to do and more layers of consciousness to unfold. When you are getting closer to healed, whole, and conscious, you're aware everyone has a story, but you're also aware your thoughts create your reality. You become mindful of telling any story unless they can be of assistance to motivate others to heal, become whole, and be conscious. If you tell your story and there is no painful emotional charge or mental anguish, you know you're on your way to healed. Sometimes there are spiritual layers that may surface after a certain level of clearing and healing. When this occurs, it is just a deeper level of rebalancing that needs to occur. This level is often connected to what some call karma and others just leftover unfinished lessons. Just recognize where you are. Breathe. We're now going to do a meditation. For exercise 18 is a meditation. It's an exercise to connect you to your higher self in meditation. So make yourself comfortable, feet flat on the floor if you're seated, and your palms in your lap. Close your eyes and allow yourself to just immerse yourself in the meditation. I'm going to read the words, but if I go off base of the words, I'm going there because that's where I'm guided with this group at this time, and it will be an upliftment to do so. So let us see how we go. Close your eyes and breathe. Find yourself in a physically sacred, safe space where you won't be disturbed for about 5 minutes. You're seated and your eyes are soft as you breathe. You gently listen to these words. Remember to use your predominant sense. Imagine you're in a beautiful meadow surrounded by trees. The trees create a protective space. You feel a gentle, cool breeze on your face, which helps to take the heat out of the sun. Notice the smell of the green grass. You can feel the moisture within the green grass from your bare feet. As you walk to the center of the meadow, you come to a stone circle. The stones are warm from the sun. You notice a platinum circle in the very center. You are drawn to stand on it. And as soon as you are fully standing on the platinum circle, you feel an electric charge. It is a pleasant sensation, but you cannot move. Your feet have grown roots, and you are connecting deep into the earth. Your arms are becoming branches, and you are connecting up into the heavens. You feel so connected to all the elements in perfect balance. Above your head, you notice a beautiful light hovering. It is all the colors of the rainbow, and you can see within it are all the elements. It feels like it is a part of you coming home. With your permission, its pure energy begins to descend to the top of your head. And as it does, you feel connected to Source, the universe, and more. A charge of energy surges through you from above the top of your head, through the center of your body. It's an ecstatic feeling. Emerging and melding, welcoming your higher self home. As this energy moves through you, your energy is being upgraded to a higher vibration. You simply release what does not serve you through your breath. As you inhale, you bring in the higher vibration. And as you exhale, you release anything that is lower, only the highest. Breathing in the highest vibration, and as you exhale, releasing anything that is lower. One more time, breathing in the highest vibration and releasing anything that is lower. You are connected. It is up to you if you choose to remain connected or not. No matter what you choose, your high vibration remains. As your branches return to become your arms and your roots become your feet again, you acknowledge the light within you and above your head that is your higher self. You may feel the awakening flutter in your soul seat just on your chest, just at the top section of your sternum bone. You can choose to connect whenever you wish in meditation. Breathe. As you are ready, move your hands and feet and get ready to come back to this moment in time, feeling refreshed and alive, vibrating at a higher level, feeling good, feeling good. So be it, and so it is. And this is a meditation to initiate your initial connection to your higher self. You may have done it in other ways before, but this is specifically for this book. So know that you have now awakened your higher self, and it will just, your relationship with your higher self will become deeper and deeper, and more awareness as you do this meditation repeatedly. And that is something that can be a very supportive thing for you to do. It's up to you though, up to you. So we only have one more exercise in this chapter, and it's exercise 19, and it's about drawing your tree or garden. And I actually, when I wrote the book, I actually did the exercise so that I could say, well, this is what I did as I created the exercise. So I'm going to show you that drawing shortly. I'm just getting out of the folder that I've got it in, and I'm going to read you through the process. So you will need a sheet of A4 paper, something along these lines, and you'll need some coloured pencils or pens. It's up to you. How does your garden or tree grow? Imagine you are in a garden, or if that's too much, imagine you are a tree. For many years, I did this process as just a tree, and I taught it just as a tree, but I felt I needed to expand, so that's why I've added it as a garden. How would you look? Well cared for or not? Do you get enough water, sunlight? Are you fertilized and weeded regularly? What plants are there in your garden? Or what tree are you? What colors? What feelings? thoughts or connection to spirit is within your garden or tree. Let your imagination show you all about yourself and begin to draw your garden or tree. Now, this is a process that takes time to do, so you will need to take some time to do this. And then after you've completed the drawing, there is a paragraph you can read, and it's at this point that you need to have your notebook and pen so that you can note down the things that you're observing. And you're going to be noting down the colours and what you intuitively used. You're going to link them to the centres, what colours are missing, and if a colour is missing, is it missing from your life? You're going to notice over and under use of colour. Look for what is balanced and represents what is balanced in your life. And it is out of balance. What area is your life does this represent? What are you ready to let go of, and what are you ready to bring in? So that's some of the stuff that you can then come across by actually looking at your picture. Then there's some more things. So I'm now going to show you my garden, my drawing that I did. Now, this is a drawing that I did. It was done with both pen and coloured pencil. And there's all sorts of things in it. I filled up the page. It's got quite a lot in it. And so when you look at the rest of it, it says extra information. You fold your A4 paper top to bottom, half again and again, and there are sections, and the sections are here at the side, that they can be symbolic, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic, environmental, connecting to others, symbolic, and soul life. And I've got them down the side there. So you can actually see that that area represents that, and what is within that area that allows you to talks to you about your life. And then the other one you can do is, and I've done this on the other side, and when I did this, I was actually 55 going on 56 at the time. And this, you fold it again and you put it down the side. You put it down the side, the numberings. And you do this after you've done the drawing, not before. Now, I'm talking to you before you've done the drawing, but I'm trusting, because I've done this many, many times, and I know the whole story of it. But I know that even though I know that, I still learn something more about myself because of where you place things just intuitively. Your higher self is wanting to tell you something, and it will come through in your drawing. So with knowing that it is telling you something, it still will come through no matter what. So you mark down the sides of the ages that you were at the time, and there will be something symbolic in that. And this process is about awakening with awareness. There will be many messages in your drawing that will unfold. And every time you look with new eyes, there'll be something else. It's phenomenal. So I just noticed that I've got a dog drawn in this drawing, and the dog is actually on the top of the spiritual level and in my environmental, which is interesting because I do have a dog at the moment, whereas I have a cat that actually is asleep in my top of my emotional level into my mental level, which is interesting because I don't have a cat at the moment. I have a grand fur cat, but I don't have a cat myself. So that's interesting to observe that. I have a symbolic statue in my drawing that is pouring water into a fountain, and this is connection to others, and is halfway in that and halfway in symbolic. And I have a bird singing in the symbolic range, and there's 4 notes that are symbolic in the range. And then in the soul level, I have drawn 4 birds, and the sun, or is it the moon? No, the sun and the moon are both there. That's interesting. I've got the sun on one side and the moon on the other. So draw your drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. What it needs to be is exactly how you are at this moment. And then give yourself space. So just draw it. Just draw it. Don't analyze anything. Just start drawing. If you were a tree, how would you be? And draw yourself. Or if that's not enough for you, do what I do, which is the garden. If I was a garden, how would I be and what would be in it? And then just start drawing. And it doesn't have to be, as I said, it doesn't have to be, you know, the perfect drawing. What it can be is just symbolic representations of different things, and allow it to flow, and it will tell you something. And so I recommend, if you've never done this before, the tree is a really good starting point, because you can just say, how would I be if I was a tree? And start drawing and draw the colors that you would be. So some people draw a tree very realistically with the colors of a tree, and then they start drawing things around it. Other people actually will draw all different colors within it. So be mindful of the colors that are in and you've chosen, and it will be telling things about yourself. Now, for those that wish to, I will actually do a session with you, a short session with you, to actually assist you to interpret your drawing, if you wish to. But you have to ask for it. I'm not going to just offer that randomly. You have to ask for it. You have to email me, info@sharonmcl.com, and we will set up a time to do that. Or the other thing I can do is, if you give permission, I will just create a video with some of the drawings in, and not have anybody's name on it, and actually interpret it as I'm looking at it, and then you can see all different types of drawings. That's another way I could do it. Just depends what the group wants, and I'm happy to work with whatever way you would like to do that. So blessings be on that particular journey that we've just done, chapter 5, which was the spiritual. Now we're moving on to chapter 6, the energetic layers. So this is starting to get into a lighter, interesting space, a higher space, and I love these higher spaces. And again, sometimes when you're first initially connecting with them, maybe they're not light, and maybe there's things that need to be healed, but once you heal them, they are a light, beautiful space. So allow yourself to do what you need to feel that within yourself, and connect to your higher self more often in meditation. So blessings be for now, holding you in your higher spiritual essence and your connection with your higher self, for now and always. Blessings be. Until the next video, talk to you soon.